What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going over the infotainment system in the 2023 Cadillac CT4-V.
Just quickly before we get into the video, if you are noticing the audio sounds a little bit more crisp, a little bit better, it's because we are using a new mic setup, not sponsored at all, but it comes with a charging case. It has a couple of different adapters, two mics, a carrying pouch there, and I'll show you the mic. So that's what the mic looks like. It's small, it has a magnet on the back, it has a clip as well, so it's very versatile of where you can put it. But that is, if you are noticing the audio sounds a little bit more crisp, that's why. Now let's jump into the video. Okay guys, jumping into the 8-inch infotainment screen on the CT4-V. You can see it's a typical GM infotainment screen. Very responsive, very easy to use. We do even have physical buttons here on the bottom, which is nice if you don't want to touch the screen. But jumping into it now, we'll go into our audio. Of course, if you had a device connected, it will show here, and you could use wireless Apple Carplay, wireless Android Auto. You can jump into sound for the Bose premium sound system. You can see you can adjust your bass, mid-range, treble, all of that sort of a thing. We'll go back here. And of course, you could use that home button, or you could press the physical home button there, which I like very much. Phone, nav, we'll quickly go into those. Of course, if you had your phone connected, it would show you everything. Navigation. Navigation is very good. Again, very responsive. Images are good. Very clear as well. Typical GM. Touchscreen. Wi-Fi hotspot. If you did want that, of course, you can change your password and whatnot. Users. If you wanted to create users for it. We'll jump into the settings here. In system, there's not too much that we really have to go through. Everything is pretty straightforward here. Your applications, factory settings, things like that. Apps, again, there's not too much here. My Cadillac navigation phone. You can go through all that. You can set your different preferences in your navigation if you like. You can go back here, go into vehicle. Vehicle's a little bit more interesting. You have your rear seat reminder if you want to turn that on or off. Buckle to drive. Different drive mode customizations. We'll go to climate and air quality. If you want your auto cooled and heated. Defrost, ionizer, things like that. Collision detecting. All of that should be on. I don't know why you would want to turn any of that off. Comfort and convenience. Whoops. Comfort and convenience. You have your reverse tilt mirror and rain sensing wipers in there. And of course, with your key fob, you can decide what goes on when you remote start, the remote window operation if you like, and then your remote left in vehicle alert and remote remove from vehicle alert. So we'll go back. That will be it for, and of course you have your teen driver and valet modes. But that will wrap up the settings portion of this. We'll go back to the physical home button. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, like I mentioned. You have different apps. We'll go into our apps here. As soon as it loads. You have your Alexa, Spotify, audiobooks, OnStar services. Now this is nice because it comes equipped with the performance data recorder, and once you put an SD card in here, you can go through everything. I don't know if it'll show me much because there's no SD card, but it can show you lap timing, different times, probably 0 to 60 in here. Very nice thing to have. We'll jump back out. You can go into your climate if you don't want to use these physical buttons here. You can use the buttons on the screen. You have your temperatures, your ionizer on or off, AC, all that sort of a thing. Then you have your My Cadillac, if it loads, but it's just the app. Yeah, so you can do your servicing, roadside assistance, owner's manual, and then Sirius XM. And that will, then you can jump over back to this screen and it'll show you both. But that will wrap up the infotainment screen on the new CT4-V. As you can see, it's a very nice system, very responsive. Fits this vehicle very well. And of course, you have your physical buttons if you like that. I find it's always nice to have the physical buttons as well as the digital buttons, just because these are easier to get to sometimes and you don't want to have to click through different screens to get to your climate. So these buttons work very well.
You also have this very nice wireless charging pad down here at the bottom. And then I guess while we're here, we can come across and just take a quick look at this very nice carbon fiber wrapped in your center console area. And then obviously you have your auto stop, auto hold, traction control off, and your different modes. You can, right from here, you can change them. So you can see I'm changing the modes from here.
And we did touch on this in our last video, so if you haven't watched that video, go take a look at that, because it's a very cool information cluster the driver has. So check that out if you haven't. That will wrap up today's video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please drop a like, leave a comment. If you have a CT4, if you have a CT4-V, if you just want to comment on the infotainment screen, how you like it, if you don't like it, leave your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We have tons of new content coming, so stay tuned for that. And we will see you all in the next video.